a precious resource. Learning about water. We all know that 22nd March is celebrated as the World Water Day. A school celebrated Water Day and invited posters from the different children of your age group. You can see some of the posters presented on that day. The message you get from these posters is water is precious. Have you ever felt a shortage of water at home or at school? Your parents or teachers must very often be advising you not to waste water. The amount of water recommended by the United Nations for drinking, washing, cooking, and maintaining proper hygiene is a minimum of 50 liters per person per day. This amount is about 2.5 buckets of water per person per day. If yes, you should consider yourself fortunate because millions of people in our country do not get enough water. In some places, there is an acute shortage of water. Taps running dry, long queues of water, fights, marches and protests for demand of water have become a common sight, especially during the summers. Some of the newspaper clippings clearly indicate this message. It is true that we face acute shortage of water. Water shortage has become a matter of concern throughout the world. It is estimated that in a few years from now, more than 1/3 of people in the world could face water scarcity. Year 2003 was observed as the International Year of Fresh Water to make people aware of this dwindling natural resource. Before we discuss why water is getting scarce, we must know how much of water is available for use on our planet. Look at the picture of the Earth taken from space. It appears blue as about 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water. Almost all the water on the Earth is contained in the seas and oceans, rivers, lakes, ice caps, as groundwater and in the atmosphere. However, most of this water is not fit for human consumption. The water that is fit for use is fresh water. Let us perform the following activity to estimate roughly the relative amount of water available in some of these sources. Take a medium-sized bucket and fill it up with water. It contains about 20 liters of water. This water represents all the water present on the Earth. This is not fit for human use. Take a spoon of about 5 ml capacity and transfer 100 spoons of water from the bucket to a small container, like a bath mug. This represents total fresh water on the Earth. This is not available readily to use. From the bath mug, transfer 30 spoons of water to a glass tumbler. This gives a measure of usable water present as groundwater. Finally, take out a quarter, 1/4 spoonful of water from the mug. It represents all the water present in all the lakes and rivers of the world. Most of us assume water to be a limitless resource. But the truth is, the amount of water available to use is only 0.006% of water found on Earth. Are you afraid that continuous use will someday exhaust all the water available for use? You know that water on the Earth has been maintained for millions of years by various processes which make the water cycle. When water circulates through the water cycle, it can be found in all the three forms, that is solid, liquid and gas, at any given time somewhere on the Earth. The solid form, snow and ice, is present as ice caps at the poles of the Earth, snow-covered mountains and glaciers. Liquid water is present in oceans, lakes, rivers, and even underground. The gaseous form is the water vapor present in the air around us. The continuous cycling of water among its three forms keep the total amount of water on the earth constant, even when the whole world is using it. Most towns and cities have water supply system maintained by the civic bodies. The water is drawn from nearby lakes, rivers, ponds, or wells. The water is supplied through a network of pipes. Many villages do not have such a water supply system. The people fetch water directly from the sources like wells, lakes, etc. Often, women and children have to walk several kilometers to fetch water. The children suffer a lot. They cannot attend school regularly since they spend hours together in fetching water. Women have to perform a number of household chores. If they have also to spend time to fetch water, it adds to their burden. From where do wells, tube wells, or hand pumps get water? Summary: water is essential for all living beings. There can be no life without it. Water exists in three forms: solid, liquid, and vapor. Though water is maintained by the water cycle, yet there is an acute scarcity of water in many parts of the globe. That is all in this topic, students. Enjoy learning!